Well, you can tell that spring is officially here, and why is that? Oh, because today the temperature is only 84 degrees. Yes. What is this? March 29th? Maybe it's the 30th? No, it's the 29th. And it is only 82 degrees. Crazy, right? One would hardly even imagine that. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing today. No idea today what I'm doing. It's just playing around color on paper, seeing what shows up. For some reason, this page feels very sticky from these paints today. I've not yet experienced that before. Pretend like this is a gateway to somewhere. A gateway to something here. A portal, perhaps. Perhaps a portal to another place in time. One can never be sure when you're creating what you are. What are you doing when you are creating? When I was a kid, one of my favorite things I ever got one year was a tape recorder. And I think it was a Radio Shack tape recorder. You know, you know. And I would go out and get those little cassette tapes from that recorder, and I would spend hours recording myself with all these different characters and all of these different voices and all of these narratives that I created. Because growing up, I didn't have any friends. I was the guy who was too weird. Too weird. People didn't want to hang out with me, which was totally okay. And I also grew up in an environment where I was always on the go, moving around a lot, living in different areas, different countries. So I didn't get a chance to make a lot of friends growing up. But I did have that tape recorder. And I can tell you that that tape recorder and I were really good friends. And goodness gracious, did we create a lot of really fun narratives and a lot of really different characters over time. And then one summer, I went away to camp. And when I came back, everything I owned got thrown away. And I may have told this story before, but I really enjoyed those characters and those voices that I made up. And I think thinking back now is probably just a really great way for me to deal with all that craziness in my life at that time. So here's to appreciating the characters that we create that become those things that remind us, right, of potential, of possibility, or that keep us grounded wherever we were at the time that we were there. I don't know. All I know is that I miss those characters, and I wish I had them now to be able to go back and recreate them and hear their voices. Something interesting, my father died when I was young. I have no recollection of his voice. Zero. I also have no recollection of my mother's voice. I can hear phrases from her, but I can't hear her voice. And I just think that's a very interesting thing. I lost my parents when I was young, so. And then growing up without a history, nobody to tell you about your past, nobody to tell you where you came from or anything else. It's a very weird thing living in the world with no history or no knowingness of that which you came from. And then only finding out, literally, this last year, because I grew up with my grandmother, everything that I had been told about her was a lie. So, yeah. That movie, I think it was called The Truman Show. Sometimes I feel like my life is like that. Wherever you are, have a great day. I'll see you the next time.